killer. We go from one famous face to another. Richard Jenkins. Now, Richard Jenkins is not a name you necessarily know, although you should. He has been in many, many great films, many great parts, and directed by many great directors, among them Woody Allen and the Coen brothers. But Richard Jenkins is the star, for the very first time in his estimable career, of The Visitor, written and directed by Tom McCarthy. The trailer, which I showed you a couple of weeks ago, is one of my favorites of the year, but The Visitor is going to easily be one of my favorite movies of 2008. And Richard Jenkins may just be one of my favorite people of all time. Here's the trailer once more for Tom McCarthy's The Visitor, and here is the great Richard Jenkins. You said something along the lines of, I like taking parts other people don't like taking.
I look at something and I think, what can I bring to this? Or can I bring something? There are times when you read and you go, you know, there's a lot of guys who do this a lot better than I could. But sometimes you look at something and go, you know, I think I could find something in here that's really interesting. It's really kind of interesting for me to play. Whether anybody thinks it's interesting when they watch it or not, I don't know. But that does, yes, it's true. I haven't done any real work in a very long time. I pretend that I'm busy, that I'm working. I'm not doing anything.
I'm not going to hurt you.
Who are you?
My name is Walter Vale. This is my apartment.
So why haven't you been here?
Well, I live in Connecticut. I haven't been down here in a very long time.
I'm sorry he's called me, buddy. We don't want him to throw. So we leave, okay?
So you know where you're staying tonight?
Me too. Thanks again for letting us stay.
Hi.
Sounded good, Walter.
I'm sorry.
Come on, I'll show you. Walter and I are going up to the front to play and we'll come back then. I promise, Habibti.
What is it, beep team?
It means beloved one.
Does she know that?
That was fun, right?
Oh, yeah.
So please, what PB?
Great. Stand over there.
Where's Tarek?
He was arrested.
How could this happen?
He didn't do anything wrong.
We are not citizens.
I'll make you some medicine.
He's being held in a detention center.
I just want to play my music. But so don't look at that.
This is not your problem. You don't have to keep visiting him.
I want to. Tarek is teaching me the drum.
How's that going?
I sound a lot better when he's playing with me.
Come on. Please, don't forget about me.
Tom wasn't going to make this movie without you.
Well, I mean, if I'd fallen off a cliff, he'd have found somebody else.
Well, there is that. Sure, if you had, you know, burst into
But
flame.
let's just say that he wasn't going to make it without me. Oh, that's right.
But he has said it on numerous occasions. In fact, he refused to make it without you.
Well, he's called me up and he said, do you want to do it? And after he said it to me, I said, what are you, crazy? I said, but nobody's going to finance this with me in it. And he said, that wasn't the question. The question was, do you want to do it? I said, yeah, of course I want to do it. He said, well, I'll get the money.
But knowing that he wanted you, and knowing that he claimed that he wasn't going to make it without you, does that bring some extra weight to it? I mean, you are not a guy hired because you look the part, you're great, oh, I like doing this, I thought you were great in this, and I'd love to have you in this. It was, you are Walter Vale as far as I'm concerned. I don't want to say it's an added weight of responsibility, but it must be something.
It is. Mm-hmm. It is. You think, you know, if I suck, then we got problems. I mean, that's the deal, you know. And I always, every time you work with a star and you say, how you doing? A lot of times you're, I'm tired, you know, and you think, what are you tired? You don't pick anything up, you know, it's like people come around and help you with it. But I understand what they're talking about. It's emotionally, it's tiring. I mean, you put a film on your back, you know, if you're these guys, and it's you know, it's a lot is expected of you, and it's emotionally tough sometimes, you know. But I mean, come on, it's not like real work. I don't mean it's like, you know, that like. It was so hard, I barely got through it, but I just stuck up my chin and I said, let's do this thing, let's get this finished.
There would not be a South by Southwest Film Festival without a movie directed by, written by, or produced by Judd Apatow. Last year, it was knocked up having its world premiere here in Austin. This year, it's Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
What are you doing here?
Came here to murder you.
It's written by Jason Segel. You know Jason Segel. He was a guy named Jason in Knocked Up, one of the four buddies. He wrote this movie. He stars in this movie along with Kristen Bell, who plays Sarah Marshall in a movie oddly titled Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Peter, as you know, I love you.
Are you breaking up with me?
We're leading different lives. It's like you're standing on the dock and I'm in the lake.
Sarah, I swear to God, I'll jump in the lake like a merman.
Do you want to put some clothes on?
Would you like to pick out the outfit that you break up with me in?
Sexy crime fighter Sarah Marshall has been spotted cozying up to singer and notorious Lothario Aldous Snow.
She's dating somebody. And until I do the same thing, I'm gonna feel like I want to die. I think that went really well.
Are you crying?
I had sex with this woman who I barely even know. I'm really scared that I have an STD, Doc.
Peter, I'm a pediatrician. Have you noticed you're sitting on a fire truck?
Everywhere I look, I'm reminded of her.
Why don't you go on a vacation?
I could go to Hawaii.
Welcome to Turtle Bay and enjoy your stay. Peter, what are you doing here?
Came here to murder you.
This is a disaster. Go someplace else. I'm not leaving here. It'll look like I'm running away. Wait, why are you whispering? You're not following them, are you?
Oh, God.
Get out of here. Go to your room.
It was the only room available.
I'd like to grab some dinner, please.
Is your girlfriend joining you?
No.
You just by yourself?
Yeah.
You want like a magazine or something? It's gonna be boring. I just would be so depressed. Why don't you come on sit with us?
Did you see her boyfriend? He is ridiculous.
Mr. Snow, I brought you my demo. That's me. I'm all 5 members of the band. Done? Come on, you've got a gun now. Sorry.
This spring.
Get out of your head. It's really nice out here. Are you gonna jump or what?
Universal Pictures presents.
Oh, hey. You're welcome to join us, obviously, if you like.
Okay.
What?
Oh, this is awkward.
A bit more awkward now.
A comedy.
You need a hug. Come here.
About getting left behind.
You need to get back on that board. Oh, wow, you got coral on your leg. Can you get out of my leg, please, hotel man? You sound like you're from that guy.
And coming up ahead.
I think it's good you're getting out there.
I think you need to move just a tiny bit further away from the microphone. No closer.
Oh.
Now a little further.
Okay.
Closer.
And then...
Oh, I know what you're doing. You stop that.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
That's a great necklace, Liz. Did you have that a second ago?
Oh, that's gross.
If there is one movie that puts South by Southwest on the film festival map, it would be, without a doubt, 2002's Spellbound. Jeff Blitz's documentary about several kids trying to get into and win a spelling bee is one of the most engaging, heartbreaking, and illuminating documentaries you will see in the last 10 years. But amazingly enough, it didn't even get into Sundance. They rejected the documentary. South by Southwest snatched it up and turned Spellbound into a major art house sensation.
Harry, turn toward the microphone and let's finish the word, please.
Okay, then. Let's see, what do I press before, Here's another one, look. I can't even pronounce these words. Ready, Peter's turn? You can know every single word around but one. Is that right?
Chateaubriand.
We went on for I think 11 or 12 rounds.
Well, I got on decades ago.
How much did you last 7? Now I'm going to the next.
My baby! gonna win.
My heart was pounding. You can't not be nervous. My hands were clammy.
Well, it's more intense than any competition.
S-T-R-E-S-S.
This one's one letter, and you're out.
Cephalalgia.
Cephalalgia?
A pain in the head. Nephrolognocy.
Dysphagia.
Hellebore.
Palimpsest. Neil's grandfather in India has paid 1,000 people to do chanting and praying for Neil to win.
Darjeeling.
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 I felt bad for the boy who was in Texas and got Yenta.
Yenta.
Well, I want to get a word. I can't remember. Oh my gosh, am I right? Am I right? I-N-E?
That is correct.
So you've done 4,000 words and you got 1 mistake. You're doing good now.
You don't get any second chances in India the way you do in America. They thought we would have better opportunities. They're just so proud. My life is like a movie. I go through different trials and tribulations, and then I finally overcome.
Well, that's it for this episode of the Ultimate Trailer Show. We will have other interviews from South by Southwest to show you, including the great Jeffrey Tambor, who can, of course, be seen on HDNet on a little show called The Rest of Development. But until then, if you have anything you would like to tell me, show me, or perhaps recommend to me for upcoming episodes, do that at trailershow@hd.net. Now, our next episode is devoted entirely to superhero movies. Actually, that's not true. It's devoted entirely to comic book movies. Keep in mind, not all comic books are superhero movies, but I am wearing tights right now. Keep that in mind as well. I'm Robert Wolonsky. Thanks for watching this very special episode from South by Southwest of the Ultimate Trailer Show.
An historic campaign through the eyes of someone who's covered a few. Aboard the Obama bus on Dan Rather Reports, coming up next on HDNet.
On the next episode of the Ultimate Trailer Show, Tina Fey tries to get pregnant with Amy Poehler.
Did you just stick your gum under my coffee table? I don't know.
Obi-Wan and Wolverine fight over some dead prostitutes.
You've got to find her. A woman whose name we don't know.
And Chiwetel Ejiofor, the star of Red Velvet, talks about working with David Mamet.
There is no situation you cannot escape.
All that and much more on the next episode of the Ultimate Trailer Show, Wednesday night on HDNet.
This the life, Em. Honey, what did I do to deserve a friend like you?
Come on, girl. Time to choose.
Life Before Her Eyes. Rated R. In theaters everywhere April 25th.
New York City, the perfect setting for the top mental athletes in the U.S. They come from all walks of life, and they have one thing in common: an amazing ability to remember.
That is correct. You're giving me 5 minutes to remember 2 decks of cards.
8 of clubs.
10 of spades. We're moving along here.
Echopods.
You got a little nervous there.
The 11th Annual USA National Memory Championship.
Tuesday night, 10 Eastern on HDNet.
Tonight, on a special Dan Rather